Yo, Retsy Filthy, DaFilthy. This is the Lummy Sports Show with Lummy. Special guest, DaFilthy, Babyface, Brian Babyface, whatever you want to call him. Just running a little hot. He had something come up. You know, he's a big-time attorney. Luckily, a former co-host for the Lummy Sports Show has decided to make a reappearance to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Welcome back, Filthy.
Thanks, buddy.
You want me to just call you Filthy for short, or...
You call me whatever you like.
And yes, Roger Dawson, I was taking a Ducker game. You know what? Right out of the box, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Let's just go straight to a call. 806. That's how our show will go today, right there. You know, without the all-knowledgeable Babyface. We'll probably just get hung up on most of the time. 813-90-BUBBA. 813-90-BUBBA. A lot of sports going on. Tons of it.
So much sports.
So much sports going on. I couldn't even do prep today because there was just too much to write down. Wow, phone lines just blowed up, Brett. You know, it must be DaFilthy's back. Did you pay your friends to call in?
No, I actually didn't tell anyone I was going to be here today.
Oh, be embarrassed of it. 641.
Hey, what's up?
What's up,
hey,
Brandon?
What's up, Lummy?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, Brandon. How's it going with you?
Oh, just getting ready for the USFL championship game this weekend.
Oh, yeah. It's up in Ohio at the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. But the funny part is I don't even know who the fuck's in it.
Well, I was going to say, I've seen commercials. Is it the Generals? Are the Generals in it?
Yeah, the Generals, and I don't know if the Stallions got beat, but...
Are you a big fan, Red, of the USFL?
The Bandits didn't give me much to be excited about. I'll be a little more pumped when they're actually playing in their home markets, which they came out and said that looks like it's going to be a year 3 thing before every single team is playing in their home market. But I'm glad the league was able to make it through their first season.
Well, and it looks like Fox is seeking outside investors to help fund expansion. So it looks like the league went so well that they want to expand. Maybe they'll end up in Iowa for you, Brandon.
Yeah, well, maybe they could play at the University of Iowa or Iowa State, I guess.
Do you have any maybe junior colleges in Iowa that they could play at?
Not in big markets, though.
Well, we don't need a big market for the USFL. We just need maybe a high school stadium. Put a couple cameras up. Because obviously, if you look at where they play in Birmingham, they get about 45 people.
Yeah, that was the funny part. And they were only $10 tickets.
Yeah, well, Birmingham, there's a lot going on there. Was it Birmingham and Montgomery or wherever? Yeah, they got a ton of stuff going on in Alabama, Brent. I don't think you've ever been there, but I've been there, a ton, and it's a real party town. So I could totally see where they would not want to go watch some professional football players for $10. But I was actually trying to find who's in the playoffs. It's actually
their championship is over. They already played.
No,
everything.
July 3rd. July 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Oh, that's right. I think the Stallions surprised the Stars, Brandon.
Because I know the Stallions were undefeated the whole season.
Who? Oh, Birmingham? Well, of course, they're playing in their home stadium, and they still couldn't even get
that's that home field advantage every week of the year.
Stallions 31-17. Oh, I don't know. Once again, it's impossible to find who's in the freaking championship game in this thing.
But Jeff Fisher said he might not come back.
Oh, I'm sure he's got a lot of NFL teams knocking on his door.
No, he said he just might retire because he wants to go fishing.
I guess it's that much work to coach in the USFL for 3 months. Oh, it looks like it's the Stars and the Stallions.
Well, the Stars were because they thought that screwed up the betting in the first part of the season because the Tampa Bay Bandits was the second. They had the second odds to win the championship.
Yeah, well, it looks like maybe next year for the Tampa Bay team. I'm looking at the odds right now. Over and under 45. That's going to seem like it's going to be a real high scoring game. The Stallions are 7-4, and the Stars are 6-5. All right, that's
that's good. That's going to be a real barn burner.
Yeah, you think maybe the USFL would have set up where their best teams would have made it, but looks like they couldn't pay their players enough to.
Didn't you say that the Bandits cost Tampa the XFL team?
Yes, they did.
Which is a shame because they're not going to play in Tampa for what seems like another year at this point. Yeah, if we're lucky.
And XFL, I think, is going to Orlando, right? I think, right, Brett?
Yeah, XFL, our Vipers are no more. I don't know if they're just going to move them up to Orlando, but they came out and said that Orlando is going to have a team. They never officially confirmed if Tampa would not have an XFL team, but with Orlando getting one, it seems more than likely they're going to cut down.
Rhett was holding out. He has a bumper sticker, the Vipers bumper sticker, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm going to have to peel it off now.
Yeah.
I'm a heartbroken Vipers fan. I mean, they were, 1-3 in our lifetime? I got to see the one win. Got to see Josh Johnson throw like 600 yards in our final game before COVID shut that league down. But, yeah, I'm a diehard Vipers fan.
Well, what was funny is the first royalty party I came to, we went to the mall and they had Vipers gear in one of the sports shop in the International Mall, and then
Dick's
2 weeks later they closed the whole league down for the AAF.
Yeah, but even when that league was closed down a year later, Brandon, you know what? They still were asking full price for those things. I was going to buy some cheap $5 shirts, but they never got there.
Hey, I know the Vipers fizzled out at the end of the day, but I think something that we can at least hang our hat on. The Orlando Apollos in the AAF, they were 8-0? They were crowned champions at the end of the season when they were forced to just shut down operations because they ran out of money. The Alliance of American Football. You don't remember that?
Yeah, that was right around the XFL too.
Yeah, it was like a year before the XFL. It was kind of what the USFL is today.
Yeah, I know, but who won it?
The Orlando Apollos. They were undefeated. Steve Spurrier, the head coach.
Oh.
And they had a Georgia player as their quarterback. I don't quite remember.
Wow, you know a lot.
That didn't work very well. I think they better stick with the NFL and just call it a day.
No, I kind of like the spring football.
But do you think The Rock's going to make some money on the XFL?
Of course he is. Are they partnering with the NFL or some shit? And maybe the Canadian League?
I think they were sharing a talent pool.
Yeah. I'm trying to find if Tampa lost its league. Sorry, Brandon. I'm not really paying attention right now. I'm trying to see if Tampa, and it looks like they did. Even though they had a head coach. How are you not on top of this?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Probably both of us.
It's both of you guys. So, it looks like...
I thought you were talking to Brandon, the biggest XFL fan.
It looks like the XFL opted to place the Vipers in Tampa. This mainly due to the AFL cemented Orlando. But it looks like it was reported that they may be looking to move the Vipers due to poor attendance with the hiring of Terrell Buckley in Orlando now.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah, well,
I'll be curious if they rebrand as the Vipers, because I have to imagine if you've got some Tampa Bay Vipers gear laying around, it's going to be a little bit of a hard find 10, 15 years from now. Not that anybody is pulling XFL gear off of the shelves right now, but, I think shit like that's kind of cool.
That can go on eBay for like a nostalgia.
Yeah, fucking $50 in 10 years. You know what I mean? It'll get you half a tank of gas.
$50. What are you talking about?
And that'll get you a gallon by then.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Well, Brandon, you need to catch up next week. I expect
will be better than the sports coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Well, I expect a full report. I expect the Brandon 2 minutes for the XFL championship. A real great breakdown.
The USFL championship, you mean?
Yeah. What did I say?
XFL.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
So
the USFL.
Next year. You want me to wait for my calling next year? Oh.
No, I want the end of the season report on the USFL. If you can, I see that you're kind of not watching sports now that the OnlyFans is back up. So
July 6th, it'll be the next sports show.
Yeah,
that we do, because they're playing that game this weekend.
Yeah, July 3rd, the championship. Yes. It's a barn burner. Trust me.
Yeah, but the good thing is football's not too far around the corner.
Yeah.
The Rays aren't doing too good either.
What do you mean? There's like 15 games over 500. They're playing in the hardest league in the outside the NL West,
and they're missing pretty much all of their rotation. So I mean, they're rocking. They swept Pittsburgh. I know that's not hard to do, but
they were coming on.
They're winning.
But yeah, Brandon. I mean, you got to think. I mean, the Rays are in one of the hardest divisions in baseball right now. Able to compete every year. I should almost make you do a book report on the AL East and the Rays. Get your knowledge up again.
The only thing I like about baseball is you can bet on every inning and make like 10 cents on every inning if you want to bet a nickel.
You're betting every inning on a baseball game?
I've done that before. A nickel here, a nickel there, $1 there.
What do you come out at the end of the year on that? Even?
Probably not even.
Oh.
But I can't wait till the football season so we can do our pools on the FanDuel again.
Exactly. FanDuel, DraftKings, all the great ones. Hopefully by then Florida pulls their head out of their ass and lets legalized gambling happen, but it probably won't. One of my favorite things was the Seminole Hard Rock Casino app, and that got pulled halfway through the season, which really sucks.
All right, guys, you guys are having a good show.
You check yourself out there, Brandon. Go edge a little bit more and listen to the show. Look at the DaFilthy over there, and get your rocks off, kid.
But the OnlyFans is really kicking ass and taking names.
There you go.
Oh yeah, cousin.
If everyone wants to know what Brandon's doing, he's gonna be watching OnlyFans. And Michael Genovese, Bubba, Barmy Proud, $9.99 super chat. Woo!
Well, Lummy, I know this isn't a sports show question, but can we change our passwords on Bubba Army Radio yet? Because I can't get in to listen to the...
Yeah, you can get back on now. You should be able to get back on the reset password. And also I uploaded, thank you to Blitz, uploaded Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday show. They are all up now. With also that you can download.
You couldn't even change your password.
Yeah, you can. You should be able to, Brandon, now.
Okay.
If I hear any different, I'll shoot you a text.
All right, sounds good, buddy. All right, bye.
See ya.
Hey, so I know that it has just been nonstop with the sports news since we started, but I do have some more breaking sports news. R. Kelly, at 55 years old, has just been sentenced to 30 years in prison for using his R&B superstardom to subject young fans to systematic sexual abuse. That's just the headline that was written the way that I read it. But
well, technically, he's sports. I mean, you can link him in through...
I think they
Space
made like
Jam.
an NBA commercial. Yeah.
Oh, Space Jam.
There
and
you
then
go.
Space Jam linked to Michael Jordan NBA. So, I mean, you kind of all links back. There's some kind of way that you can touch it. I'm sure R. Kelly played, some kind of sport back in the day. Kind of like you, Rhett. If anyone doesn't know, Rhett is back with the show. Rhett was a superstar high school football player. Was also
stud.
Was also the announcer for his high school team.
I was pulling
back.
double duty. I would play the game and then run up really quick.
Now, were you the play-by-play guy?
No, it was just the PA announcing.
So, can you give us a little example on what you would do on a normal Friday at 7:30 when the kickoff went off?
When the kickoff went off, I normally didn't talk when play was happening, but first down, Blake High.
Oh, is that how you sounded too? You didn't have
No,
any,
I'd get a little more excited, but I'd really ham it and cheese it up. So it's.
Would you be like first down?
Yeah,
woo-hoo!
Yeah, you got it, just like that.
Was it?
No,
I don't think I've ever really seen you excited about anything. 813.
Hey, you guys talking about R. Kelly and sports, water sports, right?
Yeah, of course. He likes a lot of water sports.
And your buddy Brandon earlier was down on the Rays.
I know.
I know they got some injuries going, but there's a big lefty power bat that's out there that's available that they should look into acquiring.
Who's that?
They could get him on the cheap too.
Who?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Oh, you know what?
There.
He did what? Make it to AAA?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Cheap, coming up there, swinging that hammer, hitting them Oppo home runs. They could have used that today.
It's good for the brand.
DaFilthy. This is our. This guy calls every time, and he praises Tim Tebow. He can put him into any topic that you possibly want.
He should. He's a one-of-a-kind athlete.
This guy, I believe, is also a ginger. So you guys kind of have something to go along. Sir, did you go to the game today?
I did not.
I know it was an afternoon game.
Television.
They lost, 5-3 today to the Milwaukee Brewers?
5-3. Had multiple opportunities to tie it or add some additional runs, but just kept flying out or striking out.
I don't know how much Tim Tebow would do maybe playing not in the outfield because, I mean, I've seen him miss a couple pop-ups tripping over his shoelaces. But maybe DH, he could get a couple ground balls.
DH him.
Or
just, I think right now they got the Lau or Low brother, whatever he is in there. And that guy, I don't know, batting about $150 right now.
Maybe they could fire their current chaplain. I heard he's a real asshole, and bring Tim Tebow in, and maybe Tim Tebow could be the chaplain and maybe the bench player.
The guy can do double duty. He can do it all. He'll go out there, roll up the tarp when it rains too. So
yeah, maybe he can walk on water too. Maybe he can go out where the stingrays are and walk on water.
That would be, it might solve the ticket crisis then. People would pay to see that.
What?
They'd cross a bridge to see somebody walk on water, I think.
I think a lot of people would probably pay just to see Tim Tebow. It would be a good experiment to see how many real Tim Tebow fans are out there still.
Hey, let me ask you a question really quick, just about the Rays in general, because I have seen this argument raised by a couple of people. Do you think the Rays are a better team without Kevin Kiermaier, since it seems like he's going to be back by the end of this week?
To be honest, I didn't even realize he wasn't playing anymore, but I think so.
Well,
that guy,
it's not hard.
He doesn't do anything offensively. He's very streaky, and he tries to hit home runs. The guy saves a lot of runs, sure, defensively, but the Rays' issue has never been defense. It's been offense.
Are you trying to say Kevin Kiermaier and his .229 average is not helping the team out?
No. I mean, the guy's got dreamy eyes. That's all he got's working for him.
He's got dreamy eyes, and the women love him.
Good for the brand.
Yeah. It's super good for the brand.
How can you be a Tim Tebow fan and not a Kevin Kiermaier fan?
They're like completely different categories.
Yeah, exactly. Tim Tebow is almost Jesus, and Kevin Kiermaier can't hit a curveball. Neither can Tim Tebow, so I guess my argument's wrong there. Well, sir, anything else to go along with your Tim Tebow argument? I mean, the phone lines are just blown up, and we got DaFilthy back here, so.
Well, just stadium. There's some other deadline coming up over the weekend. The mayor's of St. Pete's got to say something. When are they coming to Tampa?
Well, I believe they came out today and said that they're reopening talks on the Rays Stadium site because they turned down the two other, and they're asking for other people to turn in. I guess the next couple days, weeks, to turn in their proposals for the 86-acre site. But hopefully, Jane Castor pulls her head out of her ass and lets the Rays come over here.
No, she's worried about boat parades.
Yeah, wow. We didn't get one this year.
No, yeah, we are.
We do.
You didn't see the lightning boat parade that they're planning on Sunday?
What?
Yeah, Jane Castor
on
came
Monday.
out.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, yeah. Monday for the 4th. It's their big Boom by the Bay firework 4th of July celebration, and they kind of shoehorned a lightning boat parade into the deal.
Yeah, and you can go sign a card at Curtis Hickson Park, thanking them for their successes.
Oh, great.
And I'm sure the boat parade and the 4th of July, the fireworks, all that's going to be fun, but the national media and the rest of the NHL fan bases are not going to give two shits that this just so happens to be a 4th of July boat parade. I don't know if, putting the lightning all over this is going to be a great look for us in the long run, because not very many teams celebrate a second-place finish.
Well, we do here in Tampa. Just enough to get drunk and go on a boat and go in the river. That's Tampa for you.
I just want another opportunity to watch my buddy Lummy hold a goat.
Hold the goat? With the goat on the water, with the trophy? I don't think there's no Stanley Cup. I guess there is technically a second, what's the...
I don't remember the name of the trophy, but...
Yeah, but maybe they'll throw that one and...
I think you should throw a goat from boat to boat.
No.
No, that's
mean.
It's a little too much of a liability.
Listen, we're big PETA people here, sir, so I'm going to have to let you go on that one. I'll see you tomorrow bowling. I just told myself. Line 2, 843.
Hey, this is D from Charleston.
What's up, D from Charleston? You got me, Lummy, and DaFilthy.
What's up, man? I was just giving you a call, let you know that I love the show, man. You guys are doing great. Love you, Lummy, and Rhett. He's a good addition to the show, sounds like.
Thanks, man.
He tries.
Thanks. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Look at that, Red. So much love for you. Aren't you happy to be back, Red?
I am incredibly grateful to be back.
Did you miss it when you were gone?
Here and there, yeah. I mean, it wasn't every day, but I definitely did miss working with this group of people, and it's a sweet gig.
Does it feel different than the last time you were here?
A little bit, yeah.
A lot easier? I mean, not easier, but like a lot more laid back?
No, definitely easier to navigate, but yes, more laid back. Just the vibe from everybody, and I mean, even Bubba most days is not as, I don't know what the term is. He'd be running tight some days before, and you could tell he just wasn't in the best mood. He'd get a little testy, and, you know, I don't know. I do think it's better. I'm happy to be back.
Well, we're happy for you to be back too, Rhett. You know, hopefully you can stay for a long time and keep editing up the videos, and you're doing a great job on that.
Thank you. I thought you were going to mention your TikTok video.
No. I do appreciate you helping me out at all. You know, everything you've done on those TikTok videos. Still waiting for that one to get done. But
it's so funny because when I hear you talking to me like this on the show, I can't tell if you're working me or not because I don't know. You're not so nice to me off the air.
That is 100% false. I am always a nice guy. Sometimes I just, you know, kind of I like to joke around. I'm a weird guy.
Yeah.
You know? I like to joke around. I thought maybe we could, you know, jokes. I thought it was all about jokes.
It's just jokes.
What business are we in?
It's just jokes, cousin.
As Bubba says, what business are we in?
Show business.
Exactly. What do you think? Do you think the Rays are going to come to Tampa?
I'm so 50-50 on it, to be honest with you, because I know that there is a huge chunk of people that do not want that to happen within the organization. Obviously, Stu kind of being one of them, but I think they're going to have to. I think if they want to get out of this attendance slump, because they still finish pretty much at the bottom every single year in attendance, right? Like they're like a bottom 5 team.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, if you're gonna look to make this market worth it, since the split city thing kind of got shot down,
thank God,
I feel like you're gonna have to at some point.
Because pretty much their lease is coming up in 2027, and it will take probably about what? Probably 3 to 4 years.
Maybe 3-4 years. Yeah, I would think within the next year we hopefully hear an update on that. Of course, if they're
it's got to be, because I mean, if there's no stadium right now in the next 3-4 years, I mean, what are they going to do? A year-to-year lease with the Trop?
No way.
Which means they're not going to put any money into it,
and it's just going to get worse.
I mean, they put so many Band-Aids on it. It's I don't know if anyone has actually been to the Trop that's listening outside of the state of Florida. I like it because it's AC and it's pretty comfortable when you go.
It's nice in there, but I think the biggest issue with it is some of the corridors are pretty small.
It's small. When you're out there, like a lot of the new stadiums, when I did my baseball tour, I went to a lot of the newer stadiums, and they kind of keep that whole concourse open so you can actually watch the game. Even while you watch it.
Even Steinbrenner Field, when we went for the Tarpons game last week, it like the corridor, like you said, everything just feels a little bit more open. It can sustain a crowd a little bit better.
Yeah.
I went to a Rays game last Sunday. They played the Pirates, and it was a Sunday game, so there were more than I would say the usual amount of people that you get there. But even then, just walking, like going to the bathroom, it was very, very.
Oh, it's super tight.
Felt very claustrophobic. Yeah.
I went there. I went to the last Rays game we sat kind of in the outfield, and it was very tight on that little corner because it's like the way they built it. They just built little teeny hallways.
Yeah,
and it kind of sucks. Oh no! Did my mouse froze? It's not moving.
Oh
great! Now I'm gonna be fucked for tomorrow because Bubba's gonna think I did something. I didn't do anything.
You clearly did.
My mouse is frozen, but the computer still works. The mouse is still on. Shoot. Well, you know what? Also, like the Buck Stadium, that feels kind of like similar.
What? Like not a good stadium?
No. Like the atmosphere in the tunnels. Because if you think about it, like when it was sold out now, I mean, it is a nightmare with the concession stands and where you got to walk.
Yeah, and I I mean, obviously, I think that's why they're implementing the additional seating these next few years. Hopefully, that can clear it up. You have less foot traffic in that end zone.
Clear it up.
Therefore,
you're going to have all those people now in those seats.
Okay.
But those people
it
would
stops
just
them from standing
there.
in the end zone and blocking people trying to walk up and get food.
But I'm talking about like just in the normal,
just like in the whole stadium.
Yeah. Like if you go outside into the tunnel to go get food or drinks, whatever, you're in that little closed area.
It doesn't feel that small. Like I
Did
get
you
what
go
you
to a
mean.
game last year?
Yeah, I went to a few.
Oh, okay. So I mean, I don't know. Walking out there, maybe I'm obviously a little bigger than you, but it just felt like you had to like squeeze through people.
I mean, if we're talking the tunnels going from the seats out to the main corridor, then yeah, that can get a little tight, especially if you're up in the club area and everyone's hogging to get in the AC area. But for the most part, I never really had any issue walking around during the game. After the game, it can get a little crazy. Like if you're taking the escalator, or you're standing there waiting for it before the game, or you're walking down those ramps, depending on when you get out of the stadium, it can get busy. But it's like it's in spurts, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Like, you know what I mean? It'll be 30, 45 seconds of walking uncomfortable next to some smelly-ass people after a football game, and then you kind of have your own space for the next few minutes.
Have you ever been to a Threshers game?
No.
Clearwater?
No, I have not.
Eat More Coastal on chat, he brought up a good point. It's actually that open kind of feeling to it, where all the concession stands are in the back, but you can still watch the game while you walk around.
Right. Yeah, that's dope.
Which, speaking of the minor league game, I don't really know how much you like baseball. Are you a big baseball fan? What's your top? Like, what's your top three?
Top three what?
Sports.
Sports?
Yeah.
Football, hockey.
Don't say basketball. Don't say basketball.
No, not basketball. I'll watch fucking NASCAR before I watch basketball.
DaFilthy.
Like I don't mind keeping up with NASCAR. There's some drivers that I like. I'm a Chase Elliott mark.
So what's your three then? Don't say NASCAR.
My three what? My three sports?
Yeah, so you got.
I just told you football, hockey, fucking NASCAR.
Okay, see, you didn't say NASCAR, but really, you like NASCAR over baseball?
Yeah, the Rays kind of beat my love of baseball out of me because when I was a kid, I used to really like I'd get attached to players. You know what I mean? There were really cool guys on the team. Like Matt Joyce was my dude. Because fucking Armwood alum, right? Tampa legend. I was so happy to see him on the team. He hit that one dinger, hit the roof of the Trop. Like, I was a huge Matt Joyce fan. Went out, got the shirt.
I got an autograph bat from him.
Yeah? Let me have it.
I'm not going to let you have it.
All right.
You got to do something for me.
I don't know about all that.
Well, I mean, maybe. It's a broken bat that he signed.
That he broke?
Yes.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. So, I mean, he goes to Topgolf a lot.
Does he?
Yeah, which I don't really see you being a golfing guy either.
No.
Can you swing a golf club?
Yeah. Not well, but I can swing one.
You can actually just swing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see that. Try to talk Bubba out to try to go golfing or do something like that.
Yeah.
We should do a group outing in golf.
Yeah, I mean, we had talked a while ago when I was working here the first time. We had talked about doing all sorts of sports. Caveman was going to have us bowling and doing basketball tournaments and shit.
Well, the bowling thing was on me, and I had it all set up, and then
yeah, I remember that was supposed to happen, and then it just never did. I think it was me and Dan on a team.
I have it listed in my notebook.
Your trapper keeper.
Yeah, I think it was actually we traded for you, didn't we? Because we wanted it with Jay and Dan were on opposite sides, and I think we traded Cave. It was me, you, Bubba, and Dan versus Blitz, Anna. I don't fucking remember now.
We only did that one tournament.
The cornhole.
Yeah.
You cost me that game.
Yeah, I choked.
It's okay.
I'm enough of a I'm enough of a professional to realize that I did let us down in that one.
Well, we went to this fucking mouse, man. I can't get to any of my windows. We went to the minor league game. I know once again it's a little locally based, but we went out to the Tampa Tarpon game. Was that your first minor league game?
No, I've been to a few Tarpons games.
Oh, you've been to? Okay.
Yeah, spring training, Tarpons. I mean, I think the tail end of spring training coincides with Tarpon season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been to a few of those buffer games. Back when I was doing promo stuff for the bad guys.
Oh, yeah, the boom.
Yeah.
Well, What's your feeling on minor? I mean, I find minor league baseball really fun.
I think it's a much more relaxed atmosphere than an MLB game because like you don't necessarily have to worry about. I mean, no, you can't just go be an obnoxious asshole, but I feel like you have to worry.
Kind of be obnoxious,
right? You have to worry less about the people around you. Like if I want to get up and get out of my seat 50 times a game, no one's gonna get frustrated by me doing that.
No, not at all. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like you get to kind of look at some younger talent. I don't want to say it feels like a high school game, but it feels like a game where like. I don't know. It is a little more exciting, though, I will tell you. Like, the pitch timer helps.
Well, and I think it's a lot of the love for the game, too.
Yeah, those guys are out there playing their asses off.
508.
What's up, Lummy? It's Vince Foster.
Hey, what's up, Vince Foster?
Brett, welcome back, man.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to be back.
Lummy, you are the man, but I don't know if you can answer my question.
What's up?
The show that was on Juneteenth, last Monday.
Yeah.
It's not on Twitch.
It's not on Twitch?
No. Is that because it was a swatted episode?
No. It's well, I don't know. It's a swatted. No, 10 days ago. I don't know. I know there's a certain time on Twitch that they pull it down. There's only I think a week or 10, 14 days that our shows are up there. If you need to catch it, it's on.
I didn't see it up there at all.
Oh, actually, that might have been the day that I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes because we were having problems.
Is that it might have been the one that kept shutting down.
Yeah,
it
kept shutting down here and there. I think that was the show, but it is up on Bubba Army Radio to download.
All right, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. Have a good one,
Vince.
Vince.
You guys are killing it.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
See ya. I'm actually thinking about going back out to the Tarpons game for my birthday.
Yeah, July 10th. Is there a game that day?
It is, but I'm not going to go that Sunday. I was talking to Ashley about it. I may go out there. I think they showed us a really good time.
Yeah,
it was fun. You know, I think going out there and just watching the young talent and just kind of getting baseball. I like taking Walker to baseball games.
Right.
I like kind of getting him into that whole sports thing.
And it's also like it's a much less. What's the word I'm looking for? For a baby, it's not sensory overload like a Bucks game would be. You've got the fucking cannons going off, crowd getting loud every single play. The chance of something happening and the place freaks out. Whatever. Like at a minor league game, you're going to get some pops every now and again, but it's not going to scare your kid.
Yeah, well, he's been to a hockey game. He's been to Bubba's racetrack. He's been.
As far as I know, a Bubba 199 is the only thing that made him cry so far, right?
No, in Bubba's arms.
Yeah.
He's been to Bubba's racetrack. He's been to an NCAA, the SEC champion or the SEC tournament. He's been
to more sports shit than me.
Yeah, he's going to a soccer game on Saturday.
Rowdies?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a big Rowdies fan. I had fun. That was my first ever soccer game.
How was it? How is a Rowdies game? I've heard the atmosphere is fun, but I've also heard that like Major League Soccer is very, very,
the atmosphere was awesome. Where they play the Rowdies game is right on the water, pretty much in St. Pete, Al Link Stadium, where obviously a lot of great Major League Baseball teams did their spring training. It was fun. It was. I brought it up to her. Saw that they were playing on Saturday. We obviously have Friday. Monday, Tuesday off, and going down by the water, watching a little soccer. We'll probably stay for the first half, head out, but get Walker in for a soccer game. It's fun.
Yeah, man.
It's like you said, it's a relaxed atmosphere. I'm all about like minor league baseball, like a small like soccer. Where it's not. It doesn't have to be 40,000, 50,000 people.
Right. It doesn't have to be a whole afternoon. Like I kind of feel like that when I go to a Bucks game, that's my entire day. If I were to go to a minor league game or if I were to go to a Rowdies game, after that game is over, you can walk down to the pier, you can go downtown St. Pete, get drunk, whatever. You still kind of have the rest of your day. It feels like it takes less energy to go to those events.
Oh, 100%. Well, it sucks too with the Bucks, obviously, when they play September, October in the sun in Tampa is absolutely brutal.
Hey, so we had mentioned Raymond James Stadium, and there's certain aspects of it that obviously could use some improvement. It's a 25-year-old stadium at this point. Do you think we're ever going to see a day where they put a roof on that son of a bitch, or are we just going to have to get a whole new stadium by the time that comes around? Because I feel like if we're putting a timetable on Raymond James, it's probably got another 15, 20 years left.
I think they'll pull what they did with the Dolphins.
Kind of just...
I don't know, the Hard Rock Stadium now that they have...
like revamp the whole thing, make it a brand new stadium.
Yeah, they redid it all, and then they put that roof on it, and they have AC blowing on all the, I guess, a lot of the seats. I can see that happening. There's no way with everything going on that they would approve building a brand new stadium.
No way. Especially when you've got the Rays already going through their own headache trying to figure out a plot. I mean, if they ever do get a new stadium, I assume the Bucs are just going to use that same block of land right there. It's pretty accessible. It's not a bad location. I don't hate the location at Ray J.
Well, they can just keep switching back and forth because Houlihan Stadium was right. Obviously next to...
I don't think that parking lot's going to be big enough unless they clear out one side or the other. If they're putting a new stadium in there, I want to believe it's because the Tampa market has gotten to a point where we can start to sustain 60, 70, 80,000 in a stadium. So if they build a new Tampa stadium here in 20 years, I feel like it's going to be fucking massive.
You think it's going to be like how the Rams are?
Yeah.
Or the LA stadium?
Yeah, they're going to build a whole spaceship.
I don't see that happening. I think they're just going to keep either adding seats, but if obviously Tom Brady and we don't obviously have any replacements, it's going to be a ghost town again like it was.
Well, somebody in chat mentioned that we don't have a lot of 1 o'clock games, but if I remember correct, the Bucs actually have quite a few of them this year in particular.
Not early on. Not in September. In September or October.
I'll take it, but it's still fucking hot in November.
Well, it's hot every fucking day in Florida. Today it felt like 112. By the way, I'm on my phone looking up their schedule because the mouse is not working, so all the little sites I had pulled up are frozen. So that's why I'm not texting anyone. The only person I actually did text was Blitz.
You tell him about the breaking R. Kelly news? I know he was devastated.
I told him, and he said he wants to piss on her. That's a Dave Chappelle show. Let's see here. Bucks are on the bottom, so it looks like Cowboys are away, Saints away. Then you got Packers. But okay, my whole screen just went black.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I just saw that from up here.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, let's just move on before my... I'm nervous. Packers, but I didn't touch anything. But Packers, Bucks, 4:25. Chiefs, Bucks. These are the home games, 8:20. The first home game that we have at 1 o'clock, Rhett, is 1 o'clock, October 9th. So
yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, but we don't really have a home game until October, 1 o'clock. But then 8:15, 4:25 in November. So realistically, we only have at home, Rhett. Whoever said that in chat too. We only have 2 1 o'clock games.
Okay, well then forget what I said.
Well, because a lot of their away games are 1 o'clock.
Oh well, you're playing. I know they got Pittsburgh week 6.
Well, that's
New Orleans week 2.
Oh my god,
which
the computer's
is
restarting.
in the dome.
Oh my god, that means all his tabs just closed out.
Oh no,
I'm so fucked. I didn't touch anything. My hands were up here. Oh my god, the computer's off.
Oh no,
it looks like I'm losing the strap tomorrow.
Oh no,
I can't look at chat now. You think the Bucks have? We're not going to make this super Tampa centric. Have you looked at all the NFL stadium? Jesus, now I'm fucking
thinking about stadiums.
I'm fucking freaked out about the computer.
You're about to shut down and restart.
Yeah. Fuck. Have you looked at other teams' schedules?
I have not. I've seen like the occasional stat, like, oh, who's traveling the most air miles this year? And by the way, the Bucks are number 1 on that list.
Outside I saw one the Bengals were.
No, Bucks are 1 by a good margin, and it's more than likely because of the Germany game. Like that'll definitely tack it on, but they're playing LA and home, right?
Yeah, 4:25.
I'm just trying to think of who they have to travel for because they're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, San Francisco, I believe they travel for. Seattle, I think they travel for.
That's Germany.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I closed out because obviously you got the Cardinals they travel for. The Bengals come here. I think the Bucks have one of the best home. Let's see, Rams, Ravens, Bengals.
If I had to pick the teams to be playing at home, it would more than likely be all those teams. You get Kansas City here, Green Bay, which I'm excited about. That's usually my favorite game on the schedule.
And we're going to be doing a tailgate, so everyone that's listening in the Tampa area, 813-90-BUBBA, call in. I have no computer screen right now, 813-90-BUBBA, but don't forget, we are going to be doing our Bubba tailgate at that Packers game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. I'm going to have to make sure I get tickets or at least find a way into that game so I can not go to the tailgate and have to turn around and leave.
They're playing the Browns away. Now, with the Brown situation, what do you think they're going to do for quarterback? Because it seems like Baker Mayfield he said that they're done.
Yeah, I mean, he said it. Not that his word really means shit at this point. The Browns can still do whatever they want.
Oh, he's going to get paid $18 million anyway, anyhow.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're stuck. You know what I mean? I think we should at least expect some sort of multi-game suspension for Deshaun Watson. He had that thing this week. I can't remember what it was.
What, him and his facing his like
a
accusers?
third party? Yes. Yeah, that was on Tuesday. I don't know what the outcome of that. I don't think we got any sort of update whatsoever. I don't know if we will, but I still think he's getting suspended this year. 5-6 weeks, maybe
you think that
8.
long?
I think so. I think Goodell could, cave into public pressure and give him a year, but I seriously doubt that fucking happens.
Well, it looks like, according to ProFootballTalk.com, NFL more likely to accept 6 to 8 game suspension of Deshaun Watson and not appeal.
The NFL is likely to accept that?
That's what it says. It says report NFL more likely. So it looks like they maybe are talking to him about suspending him for a year or something, and then maybe the Deshaun Watson camp came back and said, how about 6 to 8 games or 7 games or something like that?
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think initially their knee-jerk reaction was to just go ahead and give him the full year. The more that they thought about it, the situation that the Browns are in, I mean, the Browns are going to fucking brown, but, that's a lot of money that they're on the hook for.
Not the first year, though.
No, I guess not. They do have that void in the contract, so they could always get out of it. But
I think if the NFL says, you know what, you're free and clear after 6 to 8 games, if that's what they go with, which it could even possibly come down to 4 to 6 games, because I feel like the NFL is not going to want to. They want the Browns to succeed.
I think, I don't know if this is bold or not, but let's say he gets a 6-week suspension. I feel like the Browns are probably going to go 2-4, 3-3 in that time. I know they did make some moves in free agency. They did acquire some good talent, but I feel like they're going to be a worse team once he comes back and tries to get into the mix.
So you don't think Jacoby Brissett's going to lead them?
He'll lead them to a win or two.
Well, it's if he gets 8 weeks, that would put them playing the. Oh, sorry, Blitz is in here right now. So if that puts him at, he would be back for the Bucs games then.
That'd be great. He can throw 3 or 4 picks.
He's not a big interception guy, though.
No, he's not, but he's going to be rusty as shit. Guy hasn't played football in like 2 years.
Well, you think if he is suspended for that first, let's just put it at 7 weeks, you think that they'll let him play a lot in the preseason, get his legs underneath him?
Yeah, they'll probably get as much out of him as they can if they let him play in the preseason, because they did that with Jameis, right? The year he was suspended, he got to play the preseason.
Yeah, well, that didn't help
and he
him
was playing his fucking ass off.
That didn't really help him, though.
No, it didn't.
So, I mean, yeah, maybe you're right, but I think Deshaun Watson's a little bit better than Jameis.
We'll see. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just curious to see where he's at, where he picks his game up at, because it's not like he was. I mean, shit, for all I know, he could have been staying busy and working out and stuff, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, but like even with like Colin Kaepernick, all the quarterbacks that, go out there, they don't have that same timing. Obviously, playing live compared to just throwing it to a wide receiver is totally different.
Yeah, and even practice videos of these guys running around in T-shirt and shorts. We've seen a lot more lowlights of Deshaun Watson come out than highlights of Brown's camp.
Yeah, but then you look at the Jameis workouts and you just think it's a complete joke. I mean,
dude, what the fuck is he holding in that one, in the latest one that came out? Probably my favorite of the saga thus far. It's like a wobbly barbell.
Yeah.
What?
It's like his guy just goes to Play It Again Sports and changes up whatever he can find. In
He
the
goes to a
discount.
fucking prop store. It's like a movie prop dumbbell that you're, made out of rubber.
I mean, I'm waiting for the next time his guy like just starts throwing hard baseballs at him. Just starts throwing baseballs for him to dodge.
Start throwing wrenches.
Yeah, exactly.
You can dodge a wrench.
Yeah, then you can dodge Aaron Donald coming at you. I mean, it's so dumb.
Hey, listen, I know we can sit here and talk shit all offseason about Jameis Winston,
the starting quarterback for the Saints
in his offseason. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to see him at least stay healthy this year and just give it a fucking go. Because that Saints playbook.
Wait, did you just say he stayed healthy?
I'm excited to see him actually stay healthy this season.
I thought you meant last season. I thought you were excited to see.
No, he did not stay healthy. We all remember what happened.
That's why I was like, how high are you?
No, I'm pretty high, but I'm not that fucking high.
Oh, I actually didn't think you even smoked. I thought you were taking it serious.
Oh, well, I am a consummate professional. I did tell you that at the start of the show.
Yeah. No, I actually...
No, I think that Saints playbook early in the season was really favoring his style. Or, I mean, I don't know about favoring his style because he can go out there and sling it, but I think Sean Payton had him on a leash and he was still able to be productive.
True. Sorry, I was talking to my tech support here. Thank you, Blitz. He was giving me a little Jameis love.
Did he fix you up?
Sure did. My mouse is back, but now every single tab is closed out. So
you should give him an Uber ride home.
You know what? Oh shit! Where's that mouse? Rat.
I see it on the screen right behind you.
Yeah, I know it. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
I found it. This is just
Lummy fixed it.
Well, don't say that because. Wait, what the fuck is going on? There we go. Because that means Bubba will think that I closed out some shit because all his tabs are gone. And upset he gets when his tabs are gone.
Donkey T said you can't deny that Jameis is the Bucs' all-time greatest quarterback. Do you still believe after 2 seasons of Tom Brady that Jameis Winston is still the guy? I mean, I know he still holds the touchdown record, but
well, whatever, man. Listen, Josh Freeman had the touchdown record after four seasons, okay? And you know what? You know who Donkey Teeth's favorite team is? The fucking Broncos.
Rest in peace, Bronco Rick.
He's jerking off fucking Russell Wilson.
Bronco Rick.
All these Bronco fans from Grouper Lips to Donkey Teeth.
Bronco. Sorry.
They all think you can say it all the time out. They think that the Broncos are going to the Super Bowl with their team.
I think Russ is going to take them pretty far. I think they'll see the playoffs
in that division.
Yeah. Why the fuck not? Their defense is not half bad, Lummy.
Yeah, their defense is. That division, I think
they did lose a receiver though, didn't they? Didn't who was it? What's the name of that one?
Was it Judy?
Was it Jerry Jeudy got in trouble?
I don't know. I mean,
I thought he got arrested or some shit.
I think he did, and I don't know why. I know that much about the shitty Broncos, but I think it might be.
Let me see.
Yeah, why don't you do a little research over there, Brian?
I'm gonna do a little research.
Come on, babyface. Yes.
No, he's fine. He's eager to play. Dismisses charges, so he's straight. He's good.
Okay. Well, that's even better then.
Yeah. Judge dismisses charges against Denver Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. An Arapahoe County, Colorado judge dismissed all charges against Denver Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy on Tuesday at the request of the district attorney's office. Judge Chantel Contiguglia. Wow.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, Judge Chantel Contiguglia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't ask me to say it. There's no way I'm going to be able to repeat that.
Contiguglia made the ruling after the Arapahoe County District Attorney's Office filed a motion earlier Tuesday to dismiss the charges against Jeudy, who was arrested earlier this month on a misdemeanor domestic violence charge. All right, cool. So he just beat some bitch up. That's all. And no sweat off of his back.
Well, listen, you got Russell Wilson, who brought them all down to the Bahamas to hang out. Or that was the Browns. Oh, it was Deshaun Watson. Yeah, Russell Wilson hasn't really done much with his team.
Talking about the Broncos?
What did I say?
I'll tell you what he's done over there. We're talking about Russell Wilson. Hey, Lummy.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Oh, jeez.
Broncos country.
Those were pretty cheesy.
Let's ride.
Those are pretty cheesy.
Well, my favorite part is that he hams it up for every single rep. It's like he gets more serious and tries to act for each one. The beginning, it's Broncos country, let's ride.
So let me ask you. All right, so you think Kansas
Broncos
City,
country.
You think Kansas City
Let's ride.
is gonna be down without Tyreek Hill?
I don't think they'll be as high powered. Like, I don't think you're going to see Pat Mahomes flinging it quite as much down the field.
Travis Kelce probably would get a little more touches.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, but
especially for fantasy, which I'm so fucked. I'm so
Why
fucked.
are you doing a
I know I've been
dynasty?
in this, I've been in this league, this one league, two-time champion, two-time boot holder, back-to-back champions.
Look at you, cousin.
In my big-time fantasy league.
Do you 2 years in a row you won?
Yeah, this year.
Last 2 years?
Well,
do you 3 leave?
The last year I made it to the championship and I lost.
Oh no shit! So that's what happened to me last year too, buddy.
So I could have been. It's a big money league. I feel really good about it. I think I'm getting fucked because all these guys are friends and I'm only friends with 2 of them.
Oh, so you think they're like what, strategizing behind your back on how to beat you?
Well, my first
You're a 2-time champ. They got to come correct.
Well, see, my first year in the league, I drafted Trent Richardson because my draft sheet was from 2 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
And they all laughed and joked with my first pick being Trent Richardson. So they were
I
like,
would have laughed at your ass too.
They're like, oh, this guy paid all this money. He doesn't even know what, like, we love this guy.
Yeah, you should come back and play every year.
So for like 2-3 years, I sucked. And then I won back to back and then again. Well, for somehow this year, I got the first pick. And in fantasy, I hate having the first pick.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, but the first pick just sucks. Do you not agree? Or are you that fantasy guy that just loves having the first pick?
I like to have a pick in the top 5.
Okay, who would you pick your first pick right now?
First pick right now?
Yeah. I'll top all the fantasy people.
Cooper Kupp.
Which are you, if you're still here, hopefully you're still here.
Yeah, I'll still be here.
Are you going to play in the fantasy league?
Yeah.
Because we did have a sports show fantasy league.
Yeah.
I believe Dr. Dan's Blue and Onion Maker's cousin or brother won it, but I don't remember his name. But so you'd pick Cooper Kupp. You would go
As of
Cooper
right
Kupp.
now, I'd go Cooper Kupp. Yeah. I mean, who's more productive on offense for their team? I'm not taking a QB. Nobody's taking a fucking
No, you
QB.
you don't take a QB no matter what.
I don't think
This
I'm taking.
This is a half-point PPR league too.
I don't think I'm taking Stephon Diggs because I took him last year. Not at number 1, but I took him with like my second pick last year, and didn't entirely pan out. He was incredibly inconsistent.
Who's the best running back you would say in the NFL
Right now,
that also is receiving?
I'd have to think. I'd have to think about it for a second to be honest.
Because I mean, if you can get a good running back, like the best running back, that's going to get you a lot of points. Because if you think about it,
he's not going to blow it. He wasn't a fucking stud last year, but you think Najee Harris is going to be a good pick this year? Not for your top pick.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say not number 1.
But with Ben gone, I mean, it's not like they were able to throw the ball. You're dealing with another batch of young quarterbacks. I don't know if you're going to get Pickett in there at some point in this season. You probably will, but he's not going to be fucking starting. They got Pittsburgh Mitch Trubisky.
I just got a text, maybe from the Tim Tebow guy. He said Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor had that huge hot streak last year.
And they got Matt Ryan, and he's going to need a little dump down.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor could be a really, really viable option. There was another guy that I was...
Roger
Derrick
Dawson.
Henry.
Roger Dawson.
Derrick Henry's going to be back. He's going to be healthy.
Yeah, but you
think he's starting to go down the hill? You think he's starting to get out of that?
I don't think he's going to catch the ball out of the backfield.
Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon, yeah, but there's too many weapons on the Bengals. I think the Colts would be good because I think Matt Ryan's going to check down a lot. They're going to still keep feeding Jonathan Taylor the ball. The Colts offensive line is really good. I think the offensive line and them having someone besides Wentz, the defense is going to be spread out, and I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be even better.
Colts have literally been a quarterback away from being a contender these last 2-3 years. It feels like,
and it seems like the Colts always have a really good offensive line.
Yeah, well, they've had ever since Andrew Luck, they've had a really good offensive line.
I think Andrew Luck's first year when they just shit the bed, they've always built a good offensive line around them.
Yeah, I think Jim Irsay up there getting things done is really been good for Indy. I think the way that they were able to kind of nip the Carson Wentz situation in the bud was pretty beneficial in the long run too, because I can't stand it when there's a hot press issue, a team makes a move, and obviously everyone's going to want to get that clickbait answer, and a team doesn't tell you anything. Like, no NFL team is going to come out and tell you, hey, we fucked up, but that's pretty much what Indianapolis did.
Oh, they said they made a mistake.
Right. And I mean, yeah, it was maybe a little much at the time and the way people reacted to it, but I don't know. I mean, Carson Wentz is He's just not that guy. Did you see the video of him as in his Washington uniform?
His gold jacket or just the Washington?
No, the updated uniforms. They did a little photo shoot with him. He looks rough. You better look that up right now.
Carson Wentz.
Commander's uniform. In the maroon with like the maroon finish on his face. He's just a naturally red guy. Go to images. Because those are all jersey swaps. There was an official one. Go up a little bit. Hit tools on the right. You see it?
Yeah.
Where images is.
I hit images.
Yeah, hit tools over there on the right.
Oh, is he a tool?
Hit time. And then hit past week. Go down. It's got to be around there somewhere.
So what? He's a ginger too, right? Like
yeah. Well, it's bad. Okay. I mean, it might not reflect on camera, but if I shave my beard, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you can tell me that I'm not just a
good-looking guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. None of those are the official one.
Maybe,
I don't know why it's so hard.
He paid to get him taken down. I mean,
they were roasting the shit out of him on McAfee the other day.
Well, I mean, if I was Carson Wentz,
just type in Carson Wentz photo shoot and hit the news tab, and I guarantee you'll find something.
Well, if I was Carson Wentz and the Colts came out and said that they made a mistake, I'd probably work my ass off. But it feels like Carson Wentz really doesn't give two shits.
Yeah, he might be checked out at this point. NFL World Reacts. Is this it? June 27th. This has to be it. On Monday, the Twitter. Yeah, okay. It had the QB1 caption. Look at that shit, man. Someone said he looks confused in every picture.
I think he is. He's probably going to throw. I mean, he's a tough son of a bitch, though. I mean,
yeah, you know what?
He had two broken ankles and still played.
I don't hate Carson Wentz by any means.
Because he looks like you.
I want to. Yeah, I know. No, I want to root for him. I feel like he got shafted out of that Super Bowl title when the Eagles won in 2017.
He's still got a ring.
He's still got a ring. I don't give a shit, but he was balling that year. He was everybody's MVP favorite for the longest time. You know,
7-3-2 on
there's got to be some of that dog still in there. Damn it.
7-3-2.
Hey, Lummy, it's Alan.
Hey, Alan from Cincinnati. How's it going? How's recruiting for the University of Cincinnati going?
Oh, man, you don't even want to go into that, man.
I know. Blitz has already sniffed that one out. I can't believe that you just talked all that shit about me.
What?
Yep. You being the... No, I was talking about you being the recruiter from the University of Cincinnati. Jesus Christ, Alan, you didn't get the joke.
What?
Exactly.
I know. I just wanted to say with the Lightning thing, obviously, you know I'm an Avalanche fan, but I actually thought this was going to be a 2003 situation when they gave. I thought they got the Conn Smythe.
Yeah. Wow. I'm glad you're an Avalanche fan.
Yeah, congrats.
I'm glad that they won. Do you feel good? Do you feel good that they won? Do you feel good letting my little baby child down? He sat there and cheered for the Lightning, and I had to explain to him that they lost.
Well, I've had to explain and sit with my son, who's older than Wilbur, for the last 4 years every time they've lost in the second round, and dealt with that. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard.
Well, don't worry, because the Lightning are coming back next year, and they're going to kick the shit out of the Avalanche.
But do you remember in 2003?
Woo! What about 2003 when the Lightning won? Yeah.
No, in 2003 when Jaguar won the Conn Smythe as the Anaheim goalie, even though they lost the cup. It was like the only time it's ever happened. And I thought Vazzy should have won that as much as Makar did in 20 games. If you don't have Vasilevsky, I don't even think it goes 6. I mean, the guy's just unbelievable.
No, Vazzy's a hell of a goalie. I think that the NHL was just over giving Vazzy. I mean, Vazzy had a couple of rough games through the regular season, but I mean, Vazzy is probably one of the best goalies in the league, and it's going to be because he's only 27. How old's the Avalanche's goalie?
Dude, listen, that's the worst move that the Avalanche ever made.
Who, Darcy Kemper? You're not a fan?
Kemper was good for 2 years with the Wild. I mean, we shouldn't have we gave a first-round pickup. I mean, obviously it's the 32nd pick, and hockey picks are different. But still, I mean, I hate that move. I wanted the other guy in the whole series as a fan. I hate Kemper.
So what? Are you a Broncos fan then?
No, I'm not, dude. I am from New Jersey originally, and
Okay,
I am
Brian's
a
head would
49ers
explode
fan because my dad was a Montana fan, and I've stayed loyal to all. We went through 20 years of just crap. I'm all over the place.
20 years or what? Are you talking about the 49ers?
Yeah, I mean, we were bad for a while.
Yeah, Super Bowl appearance, couple of them.
Yeah. I guess
Conference championship every other year. Yeah, they were fucking terrible.
Yeah, why don't you come live as a Bucks fan for the 80s and 90s and 2010s and 2008s and 79 or 76, whatever. Oh, I mean, you should next time call back when Ryan's here. I'd love to have him. So you're a 49er fan. Do you have a baseball team? Do you like baseball?
I'm not. My wife's from St. Louis, so my kids root for the Cardinals. I could care less about baseball. I find it boring. But
so your top sports are football, hockey, and what?
I'm a golfer, but
we're not talking about you though. I mean,
three.
Are you like Rhett that has to pick NASCAR for number 3? Are you a big NASCAR fan?
No, I would go Formula One. I'm in the Dr. Dan world for that.
Oh.
Yeah, Formula One's his number 3. Is that a better or worse answer than NASCAR, Lummy?
At this point, from what I hear from actual NASCAR fans like Bubba and Blitz, I would have to say F1's probably better than NASCAR at this point.
I think NASCAR is going through a rough period right now.
It's hard to watch it. It's just so...
The new cars, the one-lug system, nobody is a fan of whatsoever. Like there are a lot of minute things that just people can't get over right now. All the staging rules, all that shit is just weird.
What's your handicap? What's your handicap in golf?
If the changes that you guys have talked about on the main show, Lummy, went into effect, I think it would really fix NASCAR. It's just become so hard to watch.
I don't think it will, unless they get back to the fans, unless they get back to the old days. I think a lot of the good old boys, watching them come up throughout
just some good old boys.
Exactly. Oh, we're going to get a copyright strike now for that. You sounded just like them. Oh, they're coming up, and it's almost like the minor leagues with baseball. I don't think until they get back to that pretty much I think NASCAR went too mainstream, and I think that it turned the casual NASCAR fan off. The average NASCAR fan, I should say.
I think that's what it is. It's kind of there isn't a lot of incentive to try and connect with a general mainstream market, and like a casual market isn't. I mean, I wouldn't say it's what NASCAR needs because clearly they're doing okay, but like it certainly would help.
But back in the late 90s,
yeah, 90s man, when fucking Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon
even
were
after
running.
Dale Earnhardt, man, it was 80,000, 90,000 people, and it was like everyone's like NASCAR's dumb, it's just for rednecks and blah blah blah, and you're like, it was selling out. It was that thing where people could get because you had the dirt track racers or even like the guys that just could go out to a local racetrack and race.
Yeah.
I feel like they're totally away from that now.
Hey, Lummy, and I know you and I know the audience gets bored with it and probably with me, but I know you and Babyface talked about the Live tour last week.
Yeah.
So I know that I do stuff in the golf world.
Yeah, no, I was still waiting for my Hooters tickets.
Babyface is really onto something because I started Golf Films.
I was still waiting on Valspar.
And we're actually in a whole situation going. The PGA guys are not independent contractors. So, like, even when we film something for a player, if we film during a PGA tournament, we're credentialed, we have inside the rope access, everything. But the PGA, even though we shoot it, they own that footage. So we then have to repurchase the footage that we shot to put that with the player in a show that has nothing to do with the PGA Tour.
Yeah, but isn't that technically because you're at their tournament that you'd have to do that? Because it says the players are independent contractors. And they just,
but they are. But what I'm saying is, they make it very difficult for them to pursue things that they don't want them to pursue.
I mean, I guess. I mean, so are you a fan of the Live Tour? The Live Tour?
I think it's great. I mean, I think people should be able to go out and do what they want. And if a player wants to do something with his wife, and do a show about their family, and the wife is sitting in the clubhouse, and we need to film her while she gets a phone call that has nothing to do with the PGA Tour. I think we should be able to show that on the show, but the PGA Tour comes in and says, hey, you cannot do that.
Well, it seems like obviously the PGA, it seems like there might be some because just reading this kind of stuff, they have like different like bylaws, it looks like. And it looks like they obviously they haven't really been questioned by anyone else, and like the Live Tour looks like it's stepping up, which is calling out and showing all these different rules that they kind of have. But
yeah, well,
I see what you're saying, but
to the forefront to actually make these guys independent contractors, because they technically are. But when push comes to shove, the PGA is like, hey, you want to play for us? We don't want you to do that. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's up to the PGA. I mean, if that's what they want to keep those guys out, then you know what? Unfortunately, they're allowed to do it. I mean, it's not a right that you can be in the PGA. So
sure. Well, no, it's a membership. You have to earn the card. So
exactly. I mean, what's your handicap, Alan?
Well, now probably 16.
16. All right. I mean, it seems like you play all the time, so I just figured it would be a little better.
No, I play like 5 times a year now. I was a single digit, but not anymore. You'll see when Wilbur, and I'm sure you and Ashley are going to have another one. But
nope,
now
one and done.
Play 5 times a year.
No, one and done.
Really?
Yeah, one and done. When you get a great kid, you don't want to jinx it with number 2 because number 2 is always the worst.
Well, we were fortunate. We had 2, and they play with each other. So.
Oh, well. We don't want to take that chance, Alan. We can't all be superstars like you. So,
well, listen, cut the sarcasm, Lummy. You should be happy. You got a great kid.
I am.
Wife.
I'm saying, you
should be Lummy. Alan called in.
Listen,
you should be happy that Alan called in.
I was a little disappointed in his 16 handicap. I
think
expected him to say 7, but I mean, I agree. with Alan on the kind of the freedom that the Live Tour. I mean, I know a lot of people are angry that it is the Saudis. But, I mean, look, you got the Chinese. I mean, all these different countries you can just be angry about.
Well, that's a ridiculous argument because, I mean, we're still doing business with them. They're an ally of the U.S. I mean, that makes no sense.
I think Brian kind of mentioned this last week, but I think it really just depends on where you stand with the whole morality thing and the Saudis and what they do to, American journalists and shit like that, because another big sports company that does business with the Saudi Arabians is WWE, and they do exclusive shows for them. They're contracted to do it over there. I think 2 shows a year for the next 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And every time they do one of those shows, it's kind of set up in a way to where, like, the execution of the last few ones have been not very good. Like, wrestling fans who watch them and stuff like that do not credit them as real shows, because they fork out a ton of money that is obviously given to them to old talent. Like guys like Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Triple H all had a match a couple of years ago. It was absolutely terrible. Shawn Michaels is someone who said he was never going to wrestle again, but I'm sure that the amount of money they waved in his face to get him over there was something to do with it. So like a lot of people like those shows, a lot of people don't, and I feel like the same argument can be made when it comes to like Live and how they do their business. If the product is entertaining, then you're allowed to enjoy it. But I mean, I guess it really just comes down to your personal opinion on the Saudis and what they're doing with their money, because some people are not a fan.
Well, I think you're right on the money, because, I mean, how many people, if that was on television, the same as a PGA Tour golf event, are going to turn it on and sit there with their wife or family member or whoever and be like, oh, we can't watch this. It's sponsored by the Saudis. No one's going to say that. No one's going to say, who's putting this event on? They just want to be entertained to watch the sporting event that they want to watch.
I want it. I mean, I definitely agree with you for the most part, but I do think that there is a pretty big number of people who are going to have a problem with it. And those probably aren't fucking golf fans, so no. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Matter.
It's like all the NFL boycott guys who are like, I stopped watching the league because Colin Kaepernick, blah, blah, blah. But it's not like they watched the games before. But I do think people are going to have an issue with it. But I mean, I guess if it's good quality content, it really just comes down to personal
at this
preference.
point in time, people are going to have an issue with everything. So it doesn't even matter. That's just the way the world is working right now. No matter what it is, it's going to be spun one way and they'll have an issue. So let it eat. Let the Saudis, spend a shit ton of money and pay some golfers that, can have fun and get better and whatever. It is what it is.
I agree, boys.
See,
Great
there you
show.
go, Alan. We agreed.
Lummy, we always agree.
Exactly. We agree, and if we don't agree, technically we're agreeing. So, you know what? It all works out one way or another.
All right. Have a great show, guys.
You too.
You too, bud. You too. You too. We'll have to...
You have a great show,
yeah,
too,
I hope he
Alan.
has a great show.
Well, I mean, he's big time. Alan's big time.
He's
started
incredibly
the golf.
riveting.
He's got the golf
I
thing.
think he brought the sports show to a brand new level of excitement.
I don't know.
I mean, we were talking about the best action sports.
Well, golf. I'm telling you, I guess you don't like golf.
There's just some stuff that I don't entirely... I don't know. There's just some stuff that doesn't translate too well to TV. Like, I'll go get fucking sloshed and play some golf with my buddies. But watching it on TV is not entertaining at all to me. Watching baseball on TV is not entertaining. I cannot watch a baseball game on TV.
What I like about baseball, obviously, until it gets to the postseason, when it comes to the summertime, is you turn it on in the background. You go into the pool. You kind of hang out, relax.
You kind of listen to the game.
Yeah, you listen to the game. If anything interesting happens, you turn around and look at it. If a guy's having a good game, maybe a good pitcher, you tune in. But it's on for the 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's something good in the background.
I'll watch a hockey game, and it'll have pretty much my undivided attention while it's on my TV. Football will definitely have my undivided attention for 3 full hours, but yeah, there's just some sports that don't do it for me. Like
George Crosby, 100 stars.
I could even sit down on the couch and watch, if the NFL Network is playing an old Super Bowl, I'll sit there and I'll watch that whole game because I can just kind of watch football like that and enjoy it. I don't know what it is about baseball. I just can't, I can't really get into the game.
I can't watch old football games, like old Super Bowls.
No?
Unless it's the Bucks.
Why? Because you already know who's going to win?
Yeah, I mean, I like watching old football documentaries or like things on players, but I can't watch an old football game. I just can't. Like a 2006 Super Bowl. I mean, that just doesn't interest me.
Is it just
either I've watched it or you already know who's out. George Crosby, 100 stars. You already know the outcome of it.
Right. Do you? I'll tell you something that I actually started doing. You can find a lot of them on YouTube, but I'll watch like 80s, 90s games every now and again. It'll be old Buck games from like the 1980s. You can find full games on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen those. I like the highlights. I like when they do, like, they break it down kind of.
Yeah.
Like the NFL films that break down a couple games.
Yeah, that stuff is always really cool.
Because you just see how like dirty or how they were playing and just the difference from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
There was the
game's changed.
There was a thing trending not too long ago. I think it was like the CBS Sunday Night Football intro. And it was just brutal. Like every single hit in slow motion was a major penalty today.
Oh, I mean, half of football from 2008 earlier would have been a penalty.
Yeah.
352.
What's up, Lum?
What's up?
I was listening to the guy talking about the live tour and blah 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 and everything.
And you wanted to blow your fucking brains out too, right?
Did you fall asleep and get into an accident?
No. Fucking nuts.
Sorry, I guess that was just me.
But no, it's all cool. I mean, that's what this show is about, right?
Yeah.
Having fun.
Yeah, man.
But DJ made $75 million in his whole career. He got paid, look it up, Lummy. He got paid $120 or 30-something million just to come play for the Live Tour.
Yeah, I mean,
why
look,
wouldn't you?
It's a way.
Why wouldn't you? That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it for your kids too, I mean, who wouldn't turn that down? I mean, a lot of people. I mean, look, like Alan said too, the Saudis are what you can consider allies to us. Yeah, you may not believe in their things.
Somewhat.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, exactly. But if they're going to pay you, I mean, look, a lot of those actors and actresses and musicians,
the Kardashians.
they all will go over and entertain the Saudis for a certain amount, and that's a lot of times
Correct.
it's secretive. And it looks like DJ got 125 million.
Yep.
So
And he had what, 75 plus 125? That's 50 million more than he made in a career on one signature.
yeah. No, it's true. I mean,
mean-
the thing is that the PGA is making this very public because they're trying to obviously get a lot of people against the live, which that's what the PGA is doing. I mean, it's going to kill a little bit of their thing. They're not getting like the superstars, and the PGA has a long thing. But like I said, if people started probably, announcing every person that went over and entertained the Saudis and entertained all the different countries that some people don't agree with, it would probably be a bigger deal. But, they're picking and choosing who they want to say.
Just like your partner.
Yeah.
Just like your partner today. Talking about WWE.
Yep. Which you don't see on TV. They don't broadcast it on TV.
They do.
money.
I mean, it's
Do
just
they?
it's a network
money.
exclusive.
Oh, okay.
It's not on like free TV, but
That's what I mean.
if you pay for their streaming service, you can watch
It's
it live.
Underground news.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not
Underground
broadcast.
news.
It's not broadcast on their normal Spike USA
Right.
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But, I mean, Lummy, I listen to you and Bubba every morning.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And when I get done with that, I listen to ESPN, Greeny, Mark Scott, the other one after Greeny. I can't even think of it right now. And
Did you listen
would tell
to
me,
Did you listen to Mike and Mike
would-
when that was on?
yeah,
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 Mike
it was-
and Mike was that
go
shit.
it,
Mike and Mike's good.
go it. Yeah, I'm 50 years old almost.
Yeah, I like that show.
And I loved it. I love Greeny. But it's Bart and Hahn is what I listen to after Greeny. But yet you wouldn't think any one of them would go over there, which these days you don't have to go over there.
Yeah, they can just do it over pretty much the
At
internet.
their house.
Yeah. Oh no, they all would go over there. Listen, they'd all take a payday.
But yet they talk shit about the Phil and everybody else, DJ and everybody else has went over there and getting money.
It's
But yet they have tournaments here in the United States as well.
It's so easy for everybody to play the moral high ground when they don't have, a $20 million offer sitting on the table. And I think that's how a lot of people feel right now with Liv and everything that they're doing. But I will say, I don't know if it'll happen super soon, but I think eventually someone is probably going to take the stance and say, like, I'm not super comfortable with, blah, 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 doing business with these people. And they'll probably get shit on for it. But, I mean, even WWE, we keep making comparisons, but that's happened over there. Like, there's talent that refuses to go to Saudi regardless of what they're getting paid.
But you got to remember too is that ESPN does have a 9-year deal with the PGA.
Right.
So they're definitely going to be talking shit about the Liv.
Oh, for sure. But yet PGA has been making billions on top of billions of Tiger and everybody. I mean, you can't argue that fact.
No, not at all. I mean,
because that's been an argument between the players.
oh yeah, obviously they think
why are
they're
we not
paid.
making more money?
Yeah, it looks like in 2019 the PGA took 1.5 billion. And it looks like the commissioner
In just 1 year.
Yeah, 8.8
1 year,
million.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, what they do in the last 10? That's trillions.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. But I mean, that's just how, like I said, that's how it's spinning these days. Right now
For sure.
it's all about the competition. Obviously, the different news networks, ESPN. They're pro PGA. They got that 9-year contract. They Live is probably, if they're going to go mainstream right now, they're I think on YouTube, stuff like that. They're going to have to maybe sign with a Fox or something like that. So obviously, ESPN's protecting the PGA.
And it is the argument of how dirty that country is. Right there, that whole, like Dubai, all these countries are so rich. They got rich for being dirty.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
But that's why
we showed them how to get
people
away.
are talking bad about them.
Yeah, I mean, Saudi
But Lummy,
has taken that and
wouldn't
run
you
with
take
it.
Ashley and a little Wilbur?
Fuck no! I'm not getting on a plane and going over there.
I'm just saying, if you had a chance to make $20 million and stay at home.
Oh fuck yeah!
I mean, like I said, that's a no-brainer.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And that's the only thing I don't like is how the PGA is it's kind of like the Biden administration. Look at what our gas is now. Hell, it used to cost me $10 to mow my yard. Now it costs me $40.
Yeah, I gotta go. I filled my gas tank up for my lawnmowers, $8 when it normally cost me $2.
Yeah, well, I got a few acres.
Yeah. Well, I meant just for my little gas tank, but.
Right, but.
You know what?
Love you, Lon.
Love you too, buddy. Keep living it, buddy.
Yes, sir.
See you, man.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you, man.
All right, bro. Bye-bye.
You like what I did there? So keep living it.
Yeah.
You didn't pick up on it. Because I can tell you're just so excited about golf.
As we kind of make our way around the horn, I wanted to talk about college football for a minute. So the last time you and I touched on this topic was like when they were really talking about changing the rule, because this time a year and a half ago or a year ago when we were doing the sports show Full Swing.
Was this before or after you helped your grandma move?
Somewhere around that time. Anyways, they had, I didn't help her move. I went to fucking dinner.
Oh.
Do you not wish you had a few more dinners with your grandma back in the day?
Sure, Rhett. Where are you going with college football? Trying to make me feel bad now.
Oh, well, we had talked about this topic a little while ago, and it was kind of a thought in the distance, but now it's full-fledged, and there is a ton of reports about four-star quarterback Jaden Rashada committing to the University of Miami on Sunday. And there's reports that say he inked an NIL deal of $9.5 million, and that wasn't even his highest offer. Somebody reported that multiple sources told the outlet Rashada accepted the massive NIL deal from a Miami booster, John Ruiz, founder and CEO of Medicaid and Medicare Recovery Specialist, MSP Recovery. Another source, an NIL lawyer, Michael Caspino of Forward Counsel, said that Rashada declined an offer worth millions more in his commitment to Miami. The other offer, according to this source, was an $11 million deal that Rashada would have received if he had chosen the University of Florida.
What the fuck? Hold on, let me take this one. We'll dive into that one. 704. 704, you keep calling. What's up, 704?
704!
Yippee, bop, shabam. 704 is not there. He keeps calling, too. See, that is one thing I don't like about NIL. I understand that a lot of people say college players need to be paid, but I do not agree with that shit because that is now just boosters paying the shit, and they can leave after 1 year. I think it's going to get bad sooner than later. 902.
Yeah, put me through, brother. Let's go live on the air.
Oh, yeah, brother.
I'm sorry, this is the phone screener. Hello? What do you like to talk about on the Lummy Sports Show?
Hey, Tampa Terry here. Hey, Lennox, how's it going, brother? Hey, Rhett, welcome back, Jack. Here's the deal, brother. I got a deal. I got a kind of off-topic question. Is that okay, brother?
Of course, there, Tampa Terry.
All right. Hey, God bless you, brother. I was, you know Buzzer Bob?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was talking to Buzzer Bob, and he was saying this one time he was driving his truck, and this guy was driving in a car next to him completely naked, and, he was, jacking his deal, and he was, like, trying to make people look at him jacking his deal in his car. He was trying to make Buzzer Bob look at him, jacking his deal in his car. And Buzzer Bob was, telling us this story about how, he's there side by side with this car for a while, like yelling at him and telling this guy to get out of there. And he ends up like throwing a bottle of Diet Coke at the windshield. And, the thing I'm wondering is why didn't Buzzer Bob drive away? Why was he staying there looking at this naked man? I was just wondering, what would you guys do if you're driving? I know you guys have driven before. What would you do if you were driving on the road and there's, this guy next to you? You're trying to do your pro piloning or whatever, and there's a guy next to you, jacking it or something.
You want me honest, Terry? With the world that we live in right now, I'd pull my phone out and get a good 30-second video of him doing it, and then I would sell that off to some social media page who's going to repost it without giving me credit, and then I'll take my fat-ass payday and do whatever I want for a little while.
Well, yeah,
probably buy a Tesla. I got a buddy of mine who put a video on Snapchat because they have a Snapchat Spotlight feature, and it was just this stupid fucking 7-second video of him in New Orleans. I don't even remember what he did, but it was incredibly low effort. He posted it. The video got shared around. It got like 4.6 million views on Snapchat, and he got a check in the mail for $374,000.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, so a video of a guy whacking it behind the wheel of a car. If that's not the wackiest thing you've seen today, I guarantee you somebody else on the internet is going to think it's the wackiest thing they've seen today. And that'll get some views, cuzzo.
Yeah, I'd be like Tampa Terry and have a dong off.
Well, I never had a dong off with anyone, brother. I don't know about that.
Just hang mine out the window.
Yeah, you just pull that out in the window and say, "Hey, buddy, look at me." And you look at you, and then you just stare each other in the eyes and see who turns their head first, and then you win. And then
so
you
if you're
pull
driving
off.
down the highway, though, I don't know if you're going to be able to stare each other in the eyes too long.
That's what all about chicken, kid. It's chicken. Who's going to turn their head first? Right, Tampa Terry?
Yeah, that'd be a deadly game of chicken, brother.
Well, sometimes you got to live. You got to live your life on the edge.
Hey, you guys should go on Snapchat too, then, brother. Like that other guy.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not a Snapchat guy. Red's a Snapchat guy. I'm sure he's on there doing some stuff.
Yeah, some stuff.
Yeah, well, hey, at least it's not liberal, satanic, Hillary worshiping bullshit like Twitter. Twitter's a piece of fucking shit. They banned Bubba. They banned Trump. They're ruining the internet, brother. But hey, I'm over on Truth Social now, brother, with the real conservatives.
Well, Tampa Terry, don't forget to follow the Bubba Army on Truth Social.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll be following, Jack.
Sounds good, Tampa Terry. We always appreciate your call, brother.
God bless you, brother.
Take it easy. God bless you. Happy 4th. I know you're Canadian. Technically living in Brandon.
Are we really on Truth Social?
Yeah, I signed up for it. You got to get the name before everyone else does.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, why not? You got to have every platform you possibly could have. What if Truth Social blows up, Brett?
What kind of business are we in?
Show business.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'll go on this because it's getting close, and 704 was in start. I'm sure he's going to call in with some great takes on tennis and some other bullshit that he likes to talk about. He's a big Carolina Panther fan, which good luck with the Carolina Panthers. They are just absolutely dog shit this year and for years after this one. If they're going to rely on Sam Darnold, what do you think, Rhett?
I hate to say it, but it does look like they're going to be rolling with Darnold another year. I don't know what options they're going to have at this point. Maybe you make a push for Baker Mayfield. Seems like Seattle's got more interest than they do, but at the same time,
Jimmy G though too.
Go for it. They're going to win just as many fucking games with Jimmy G. I mean, you might win a few more, but they have a good defense. Their defensive core is going to be really good for a while, especially their secondary is pretty nasty after the moves they made. I don't entirely remember who they signed, but I remember reading it, and I was like, oh, shit, they got a good little backfield. So, that'll be kind of interesting to see how their defense can carry them, but it's just another year of fighting for the bottom of the NFC South with Atlanta.
So real quick on this new deal, because I finally found it while Tampa Terry was going off on his Buzzer Bob talk.
Yeah.
You think it's going to just keep getting worse? And when I mean worse, you think it's just going to get to a point where these guys are making one-time deals where they could have multiple deals. They're almost making probably more than some NFL players are.
Yeah. No, I agree. Trevor Lawrence isn't even making $11 million this year, or $9.5 million this year on his rookie contract, especially after half of it in crypto has just gone to shit. But no, I think just like you said, this is going to be one of those things where it gets uglier before it gets better. We've talked for so long about the money just floating around college football in general.
Yeah, but these are boosters, though.
Yeah, they are boosters, and now all of this shit is on full display. Like when a report can come out and say that, the University of Ohio, Ohio State decided to pay this player this much to come play here or make a commitment. Like, people are going to pay attention to that shit.
I know, but the fucking colleges, I mean, I don't understand, the boosters. I mean, what does he get out of it? I mean, this guy could technically leave Miami.
It's legacy, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, bro, but, like, college football does not mean more to anyone than it does just like those old white guys who spend a year or two at, I don't know, fucking South Carolina. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like, you know people like that who their whole fucking life is college football.
No, 100%. There's a lot of guys like that.
Yeah, I never really understood it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Bucks fan. But I don't know. The level of commitment, the level of dedication, whatever you want to call it in college football, along with the amount of money that's just being thrown around, like, it's going to get bad.
I mean, maybe because I never went to one of those small SEC schools, or just when I say small,
yeah, I was going to say small. What
Whatever.
the hell?
What I mean is, since I went to maybe a smaller school,
Did you have a dream college coming out of high school? Like, did you have a college that you wanted to play at more than anyone else?
For football?
Yeah.
No, I didn't really understand college football when I left high school.
Yeah.
Baseball, yeah, it would have been Florida State.
I wanted to go to Missouri so bad. I never applied. I probably could have got in, but
let's take this last phone call from our number one tennis pro, who I refuse to talk tennis as long as Brian's not here. 704.
Dude, I've tried calling for like an hour. You've had Tampa Terry on over me. What's going on with you guys?
What's going on? We picked up on you, 704. Hinstar? Yeah, we did. Did we not, Red?
I'm driving.
DaFilthy?
No, we did. I mean, he's here.
Yeah, you're here now. We picked up on you earlier.
I am here now.
You get to your point, sir. Move it along.
When you're talking about like the South Carolina fans, literally half of my clients all wear. A lot of them graduated from there. They wear a South Carolina polo shirt every day of the week.
It's a fucking cult, man.
It's really it's kind of creepy. I won't lie.
Go to the Panhandle. It's straight Alabama, Auburn,
yeah,
LSU, Florida State. People eat and live that shit.
So I haven't listened to the show because I've been driving, but I've been trying to call in.
Sir.
But well, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. But what's going on? Why are the Lightning fans being such sore losers, losing to the Avalanche?
We're not sore losers. We just call it as we see it.
What's going on?
We just call it as we see it.
I think the Bolts have always been criticized these past, I don't know, 6-7 years for having the most casual fan base in the NHL, and I can confirm those allegations. So I think what you're seeing right now is all the casual fans who just started watching, they're going to be the loudest majority on social media and everywhere else. They just cannot accept the fact that the Lightning didn't get it done. There was a huge chunk of people that felt that way about the Bucks. Like, it was kind of crazy, but there was just a huge casual audience for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the last 2 years who thought they were going to go unfucking defeated. Like, it just...
Yeah, you've got 2 Stanley Cups, you've got a Super Bowl.
We have 3 Stanley Cups, but thank you.
2 in the past 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But, and you got the baseball team. I mean, you guys you're killing it right now. I'm a friggin' Panthers fan, and I've got to sit through shit mediocrity. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, Carolina Panthers shit, the Hornets shit, so your hockey team's okay.
Listen, we got our old coach back, Steve Clifford. We're at least going to be a 6 seed. Woo, I'm happy.
Woo.
All right, yeah, I remember those days back in the day when the Lightning would make like the 4 seed and be like, I guess we'll be out by next series. No runs going on.
You guys think in the next 5 or 6 years the NCAA is going to be defunct?
It won't be defunct. They're going to put a lot of rules down that maybe the booster has to have actually their nil has to actually be something.
They're going to implement a fucking salary cap.
There's got to be something because there's no
Ohio
way they
State
can keep playing $10 million for each person.
I don't know the number that came out, but Ohio State leads the country in NIL deals. It's literally pushing like $100 million they've given out to all these players. It's crazy, man.
I have no problem with it.
Listen, I have no problem with college kids getting paid. I mean, name, image, likeness. There's so much you can take from that. Not a lot of people care about stuff like this, but EA Sports is making a college football game again, which hopefully means that with all the NIL deals, they can actually get real rosters. And, that's a lot to ask for EA, who's been shitting out Madden for the last 10 years. But
it's literally shit too.
I think the risk that these guys take in college football, I mean, you go and you get an education. You don't necessarily go to college to play school when you're on a football scholarship, but if you get hurt, that's gone. You know what I mean? So give them a nice chunk.
You don't lose your scholarship when you get hurt.
Okay, but give them a nice chunk of change.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes a good level of commitment to actually make it to the college level and be an athlete that is worth $8, $9, $10 million, because not every kid coming out of high school committing to a college is going to get paid. You know what I mean? Like
it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. I was an NCAA scholarship athlete, Division I, and it's a joke like how they treated us compared to the basketball players. And they brought in the money, so you didn't mind. But the NCAA uses those kids. They have for a long time. I'm all for these kids making money because a lot of the kids, they can't even afford a sandwich, and
some guys
on the sandwich.
They can afford a sandwich.
They can listen. If you're
you get a fucking meal plan,
and they can't even get cheese on it because that's a permissible benefit, like bagel with no cream cheese.
Listen, I don't know I know what school you went to, but I'm not gonna say it. But bullshit. Let me tell you something. I went to USF. I saw the meal plan. Those motherfuckers would sell it to other people to get cash for other shit. All right, call me whatever you want, but the players are not starving. Okay,
Snitch.
They get three meals plus 2 times like they can go and get snacks and shit like that. Plus there's always meals in the athletic center. You know, you can get all the drinks, all the other shit you can get over there. For them to bring up this,
like you.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Well, them bringing up all this bullshit of like the kids are starving. No, because what they're doing, and maybe they're doing it different now, but I guarantee it's even worse, is they're selling their fucking meal plans to the average student that maybe can't afford a meal plan. It is living off fucking crackers and shit, but they fucking spend their money on a PSX or whatever the fucking new PlayStation is nowadays, and rims for their fucking cars, or a couple subwoofers, or whatever the fuck it is. And then when it comes to the end of the month, because you get your allowance, and you're like, fuck, I have no money. Well, I can't afford food. But you're rolling around with a full X, a fucking gold chain, and a goddamn fucking 1988 Grand Capri with a fucking subwoofer. That's why, you stupid motherfucker.
You can't forget Mama's new double wide.
Listen, they're kids. They can spend the money what they want because half of
no, they're selling their fucking meal plan. you keep your fucking meal plan then, and you know you can't get a job. Okay, listen, I totally get that. That's where you want to make some extra money, but don't say they're fucking starving. All right, that shit always pisses me off. Oh, they're not there to learn. Okay, great. Well, they're not starving, though. I mean, and most of these places now, even at some of the bullshit schools, their athletic facilities are actually really nice. And they get all the medical treatment they want. Yeah, they're busting their ass. I 100% agree. You know, they're putting it out there. But like I remember going to tour with Florida State when my buddy played there. They had muscle milk. They had meals. They always got lunch catered for them. I mean, you know, you go in there. It was really fucking nice. And then you also got a per diem when you had bowl games. You got free gifts and you got per diems. Half the fucking kids there was like travel ones, and people live in Florida, they just drive down with their parents and take the flight per diem and use that cash elsewhere. And then you always had dinners and shit like that. So, and you still got meal plans down there.
Then you got all the poontang you can handle on top of all that.
Exactly.
Yeah, where I went, we didn't have that much poontang.
Well, that's because you played.
Probably because your team sucked.
Well, no, he was underwater. He was underwater basket weaving bullshit.
Hey, my hands are awesome for basket weaving. These things are strong.
Yeah, I bet they are in a lot of other things too.
Hey, you got great show. I'll listen to it on the replay.
Oh, yeah, you haven't even listened to it. Don't fucking say great show. You've only listened to it since you've been on the phone. Well, so that's why you think it's fucking a great show. Mark out for yourself more, Hensar.
Listen, well, you listen. You took Tampa Terry. I did hear Brandon the Quad for about 5 seconds talking about the championship, USF, whatever the hell that defunct crap is. So you guys need to prioritize. I'm the number one caller, and I need my calls picked up.
All right, well, you know what? All right, see you later, Henstar, and we're about to head out of here. Yeah, 77727, you got 30 seconds.
You got to shut the fuck up and look at your son in the eyes and tell him you love him. Look at that red hair of his.
Did you hear that, Rhett?
I did. I'm waiting for you to tell me.
I love you, Rhett.
Can you stand up and look me in my eyes? Hey, please.
This guy's got 15 more seconds.
Okay.
We're hard out, man. We got a lot of big content coming on right after this show.
All right. Love you guys.
See you. Who's that? Your boyfriend or something? What was that? Your buddy?
I have no idea who that is.
Was that your cannon fire buddy?
No, it wasn't. No, he's got a thick fucking Philly accent. Talks like he has marbles in his mouth.
Oh. Is that how Philly people talk?
Some of them.
Well, what an end. Thank you, Bubba's Lost Everything. You know what? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Rhett DaFilthy, for coming in when Brian had some other stuff to do.
Thanks for having me.
You know, not much sports going on, but we hope we were able to entertain you as much as we possibly could. Rhett with a lot of great topics, always knowledgeable in everything that he does. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., twitch.tv/The Bubba Army. And for all your great Bubba Army merch, go to BubbaArmyStore.com, or you can go to BubbaArmyShop.com. Don't forget to check out our podcast, everything, The Bubba Army, from Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. And until next Wednesday, have a happy 4th of July. See ya.